watching a wild mind get his real wild child. Oh yeah, I'm a wild one. You better turn it up, better keep the channel down, cause you're watching a wild mind get his real wild child.
All right, that kind of worked. How you doing, LDG?
Hello, what's going on? Keep an eye out. I think Bird might be coming through. Hi, everybody.
All right. Are you double streaming?
No.
No, I didn't know if you were doing your background thing or not.
Yeah, I'm always in the underground. Bird and Bet and I were hanging out this morning waiting for you.
I am tired as fuck. Yesterday, I ended up working 11 hours. And it was because because other people fucked up. So.
Sounds fun.
Let's see if I can do this right. Not the one I wanted to do. So hold on. There we go. That one's better. All right. Because I am definitely adding some kick to my coffee this morning.
Yeah.
Not sponsored, but I figured I needed some Johnny Walker. So I am putting some Johnny Walker into my coffee this morning, if I can get it open.
Nope.
And yeah, Bird is in the stream. I really need to get someone to sponsor this, even if no one really watches, just so I can get an alcohol guy to send me a shot, at least one shot. No, it's Black Label. It's the cheap stuff. In fact, I talked to the guy last night about what he had. And definitely no Johnny Walker Green in his store. All right. Yes, I actually am in the driver's seat with the keys in the ignition, so let's hope a cop doesn't come by. And my cigar went out. Bird has connections in the alcohol industry. I didn't know that. But now that you've seen that, I can turn off the camera so you guys don't have to see me. So what's new? Come on. Anything new happened this week? Because all I did was work this week. I worked over 60 hours this week. Well, depends on what you mean, Jordan, because technically drinking and driving is what is illegal, and I'm not going to be driving. I'm just running the engine so the battery doesn't die, because I did not want to stream from the house because I wanted to definitely smoke. So I drove to the park and I set up in the car just so I can smoke, drink coffee, and do the live stream.
Sorry, I'm back if you were calling me.
I was just saying if anything was new.
More, more life is shit crap dealing with.
Why? What happened with you?
Stuff I don't want to talk about online, but just day-to-day bullshit you have to deal with. My headphones broke, I can tell you that much. So now I gotta wait till Monday because obviously the company's not working on the weekend. to RMA these headphones that are only 11 months old that I paid $230 for, and the microphone popped off. The damn plastic piece that holds the microphone, the actual microphone piece to the headphone piece, you know, that little arm, the arm sleeve ripped out. So now the microphone just is limp. It just falls straight down. I literally had to grab electrical tape and try to tape it back stiff.
Did you try giving it some Viagra?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The jokes are coming. Yes. Tried the Viagra.
Well, the funniest part about today being my one day off this week is it's been bright and sunny almost every day of the week, yet literally 2 days this week, I would enter a store and I wouldn't leave the store until it was dark. Or sorry, I entered the store when it was still dark outside, and I'd leave the store when it was still dark outside. So I got to miss the entire day, not seeing any sunlight, which is probably one of the reasons I'm a little bit more aggravated than normal. And then today, it's of course scheduled to rain. I mean, that's just bad luck.
Yeah.
And then I didn't even get to see any of my kids this week because I was working so much. I'm going to hopefully see some of them today. We'll see. I sent links to them just so they could swing by if they want, but who knows if they're even awake. Yep. Everyone's making the jokes. Aliens probed LDG. LDG's microphone went limp. LDG went limp. News at 11. God damn it. To go back a little bit, Jordan says that his cousin got a DWI for passing out while drunk in the driver's seat with the keys within reach. And yes,
excuse me.
You got to ask the cop. You could easily get that. Fortunately, you can only get a DWI if you're actually above the legal limit, and a single shot of alcohol added to a coffee drink over the course of an hour is not even going to raise my blood alcohol level to point, anywhere near the legal limit. So I'll be fine. Even if I get an asshole cop, I know I can talk my way out of the ticket. Because I don't know if you guys know, I used to be a process server as well as a file clerk and a office manager for a law firm. So I do have some legal tricks. Well, LDG did sort of lob that one right over the plate. Home run. No, Jordan, I might have an open container, but it's empty. So I don't have an open container of alcohol. I have a open container of coffee and alcohol. But just in case, we'll go ahead and look up some case law real quick. Well, apparently there's a big case a while back for a guy charged with driving under the influence of a drug because he had caffeine, or he had alcohol in his coffee. But and I only did California. I didn't do the rest of the world. So apparently the prosecutors dropped the case. So that's at least one case of it being dropped. So, yeah, in the eyes of the law, it doesn't matter. If I can show the evidence that a case has been a similar case where the prosecutor failed to prosecute due to any reason, I can show that I can cite that in any motion. And I can give that as a reason why the prosecutor should drop this case. And remember, I'm a white person in California. Odds are they're not going to do anything anyway. Well, anyone else going to come up, or because LDG is being absurdly quiet?
Yeah, it's odd, right?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
Oh, now
There we go.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Yep.
I'm tired and angry. Well, not angry. I'm tired and upset, perturbed.
Because of?
I ended up working 11 hours in one of my stores yesterday because one of the projects that was supposed to take 4 hours took over 7.5 hours because the store left all the materials for the project outside, letting all the boxes fall apart in the weather for 4 weeks.
Super.
So, yeah,
So
I'm tired. I literally entered the store at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't leave the store until after 7 o'clock at night.
Oh, no thanks, but Jesus. Did somebody at least get royally reamed for it, or?
I said, I'll complete the job, but I'm going to complain the entire time. They're like, that's fine. But what irks me about it is I can't leave until the job's done. Mm-hmm. That means that people that were working when I started the job were leaving for the day before I had finished. And I had arrived at the store before them. So it's like even the actual Walmart employees were getting to leave and I couldn't.
Okay, that's just, yeah, it's like I need the people here to actually do the job so I can get my job done. Or at least it's what it sounds like to me. Jesus.
It was just, the store was not ready to do anything, despite the fact that I'd been showing up every week for the last 4 weeks, warning them about it. Mm-hmm. They didn't clear off the area I was supposed to be working. They didn't even have the correct fixtures for the project I was working on. And they literally just told me, well, make do.
Make do? Next time I make do with something, that just means you guys are going to yell your asses off because something's not done correctly because I made do. And then you're going to say, we didn't say that. That's not written anywhere. And I'm like, you motherfuckers. Okay? Just writing next time. Have it in writing.
Well, what really irks me is, granted, I know this is Walmart and all, and they don't really care about a couple of $1,000s, but when you have like $5,000 worth of inventory, you don't leave it outside.
No matter what kind of inventory it is, because
Yeah.
if somebody comes across, be like, ooh, nobody's watching this. It's 3 a.m. Sneaky, grabby.
So, yeah, and the fact that they put it out there, and the only reason they left it out there was not because they didn't have space or anything. They said they forgot.
They forgot. They're a large company with many thousands of employees, and they forgot. That's called the bullshit line of, we knew about it, we just didn't really want to say anything about it until the very last minute, until things blew up. Well, things blew up, so here we are. Jeez.
Well, unfortunately, Richie, my client wants that product on the floor. So if I don't get it out, my client suffers. And if my client suffers, then I don't get paid the full amount for the job. So I needed to get it done.
Yeah. And
So,
what was this? And what was this I was hearing about you potentially ending the stream already?
No, I didn't say anything like that.
Okay. I thought maybe I heard. Okay, maybe I misheard you wrong, or maybe I misheard you. I apologize.
And yes, I was supposed to hit 2 stores yesterday. I only hit 1, so I will be reamed by my boss come Monday. Even though I'm going to tell him I still worked 60 plus hours. You know, I'm a part-time employee, and I'm working 60 hours. Sorry, I didn't finish the last 8.
Right? It's just like, damn.
Especially since one of the reasons that I didn't finish was because I had to take a day off from actually working, because my boss was like, "Oh, don't. We're gonna help you out. I know you have 72 hours this week. What we're gonna do is we hired someone new. So all you have to do is train this person for 8 hours, and they'll take 12 of your hours." So I'm like, well, that's not really taking 12 of my hours. That's only taking 6 of my hours, because if I got to train them for 8 hours. He's like, okay, but don't worry. Don't. Well, at least it'll save you something. I'm like, yeah, well, 6 hours is something. So I spent 8 hours training this person on Wednesday. To find out on Thursday, they quit.
Let me guess. It was a young fella, huh?
No, it was an older person.
Oh, okay. That's surprising.
Yeah, one of the things she told me is because she actually thought I was older, but I kept making references she didn't get.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, sorry, I was born in the 80s. And she goes, oh, I was born in 1972. And I'm like, yeah, I was born in 84. And yeah, as I said, she ended up quitting the next day. Apparently, the job was too strenuous for her.
Too strenuous?
Yeah.
Now, well, I don't pretend to know what you do specifically for work, so forgive me if I'm a little bit ignorant.
I'm a third-party merchandiser, so we have various companies that pay us to do work in other stores because they're worried that those stores won't take care of their products. And my team is the Walmart team, because I only work in Walmarts. We also have like CVS teams, Walgreens teams, Vaughn's team, you know what I mean, like that.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
So I'm just one of the lucky people that has to work inside Walmart every day, despite not working for Walmart.
I know that feeling. I work as a business analyst, but for a contracting firm for a different company that I go into every day. So I can understand the third partiness there.
Well, as I said earlier, I was talking about I used to be a process server.
Mm-hmm.
I won't say what company I worked for, but it was trying to serve some people, especially some attorneys that are less scrupulous than others, was always really fun. Because there was one time I had to enter this building after it had closed to serve this attorney paperwork. He quite literally barricaded himself inside his office, turned the emergency or hit the fire alarm, to prevent the elevators from working, just so he wouldn't be served paperwork. And this is an attorney. He broke the law by pulling the fire alarm.
Well, yeah, of course.
So he wouldn't be served. So he was willing to go to jail for a couple of days. That kind of stuff it boggles the mind.
It makes you wonder. It's like, do they know something that we don't? Because apparently nobody wants to go and get served, but yet they do it all the time.
Well, the thing is, because this is similar to my company now, it was third-party process serving. So, of course, the company that hires us has to tell the opposition, hey, we're going to serve you with this paperwork. But, of course, they don't say how they're going to be served. It's like the treatment of third-party reps across the country is just ridiculous. And how you doing, Elihu?
Waking up. I got my time zones wrong. I'm like, last time was not 8:30. It's 9:30 my time. Besides, the Artemis mission is supposed to splash down today. It's about 11,000 miles from Earth right now.
Remind me which one was Artemis? I can't remember.
The latest one that went around the moon.
Ah. So what are they expecting? Or is this what was this the test run?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Still have live video footage of the Earth from the Artemis capsule.
I for some reason I thought they called it the Orion capsule, not the Artemis capsule.
That was beautiful.
So is it officially the Artemis capsule system to go with
Yeah,
Apollo?
Especially Artemis. Sorry about that. I'm mute. I got too many streams open right now. Here we go. Okay. Oh, that's better.
Well, I wonder how much people are going to care if we go back to the moon.
Not sure.
I wonder if it's.
Sure
Part of me thinks it's going to be a retread of Apollo. In other words, everyone's going to watch the first one. No one's going to care by the third.
Here's a live view. This is NASA, by the way. You can do this, okay? It's NASA, public domain.
No, it's all CGI.
No, they're doing an animation right now. They just had a live view from Artemis.
I know. I'm making a joke, Elihu.
This is what they expected to happen, but
Well, how many lunar orbits did this thing do?
Several.
Yeah, because I don't know if people know this, that we didn't just send people to the moon. We sent Apollo modules around the moon a couple of times before we actually landed on it.
I know I had to explain that last night. And the big thing is, will this survive re-entry? If it does, it's a go. If not, the back to the drawing board.
Yeah, part of me feels bad for the Apollo crews that actually, lifted off, traveled around the moon, but never got to land on it.
Yeah, Apollo 13.
In all honesty,
White.
other than John Glenn, which I think he was one of them, and I could be wrong about that. I don't think any of us remember his name or any of their names.
Grissom, White, Sheridan.
Okay, you're a little bit different because you're a But like Captain MKG, could you tell me one Apollo astronaut that traveled around the moon but didn't get to land on it?
Shit. No, not readily. No, I really have to concentrate and think about it.
Exactly.
Buzz Aldrin. Glenn.
Collins was in the Collins was in the module when Aldrin and Armstrong were on the moon. So Collins never actually set foot on the moon.
I
He
was
actually
talking about where none of the crew got to land.
Oh. The artist touched down about an hour, Richie. Off the coast of Baja.
Let's see. Do they?
Yeah,
I just typed in for the
footage.
Wikipedia article. I wanted to
Not
see.
Wikipedia.
Sorry, what?
Not Wikipedia.
Hey, Wikipedia is a great source it's a source of sources, because almost every single one of the things is actually cited, especially in an article like the Apollo program.
Yeah, I hate it when YouTube automatically cites Wikipedia as a source. I'm like, oh, come on.
As I said, Wikipedia is a good source for sources.
I mean, NASA even has some Wikipedia pages on their official site. I'm like, come on, it's NASA.
Okay.
Yeah, that was talking
All
about.
right. Apollo 7 was the first one crewed, but it did not go to the moon. Apollo 8 was the first one that was crewed that went to the moon. Apollo 9 and 10 also went to the moon, and were crewed, but were not on there. So we have, for the ones that went to the moon, there's Frank Borman, James Lovell, William Anders, then James McDivitt, David Scott, Russell, I cannot pronounce that name, Schweikart,
Rusty Schweigert.
Thomas Stafford, John Young, and Eugene Kerman.
Rusty is rocks because he's one of the founders of the B-17 Foundation. Him and Ed Blue. Sorry, it's probably news you guys don't even know who I'm talking about.
Well, apparently, David Scott did actually go to was on Apollo 15, so he did get to go to one of the ones that landed on the moon. But James Lovell, not only did he go to the moon once and not get to land on it, he was also part of Apollo 13.
Yeah, 13 to 17.
So not only did he not get to go the first time, he didn't get to go the second time either. Ouch.
Oh, that is a nice view.
Now, Elias, since you're here, I feel that we kind of got unfairly biased results on the Rumble.
Sorry, what?
I think we had biased results when it came to the Rumble.
Yeah, because of my Christmas answers. That's why.
Yeah, I think people were the judges were biased.
Gremlins is not a Christmas movie. I had it right. And the Barbies, the Transformers was a ridiculous question. It's supposed to be ridiculous, not serious. Come on.
Well, you know what's funny about that one? Is I had to rethink my entire approach because of the ridiculous part.
Yeah, I saw ridiculous. I saw Transformers. I'm like, okay, Soundwave. Let's make fun of Soundwave. So I did, and it's ridiculous. And I still got shitty points on that one. You guys are talking serious crap and ridiculous crap, and you got points for it. More points than I did. That was a live view of Earth 11,000 miles away, by the way. Well, 10,000 actually.
God, they look. Their uniforms make them look like they're from the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institute. They don't look like NASA personnel. They look like oceanographers.
And here we are trying to find George and Gracie. The ship is within about 5 miles of splashdown area. So that's pretty close. Yeah, Mike, if it's clear, you might be able to see the street come down.
No, it's cloudy as fuck right now. It's about to rain.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, my one day off this week, and it's gonna freaking rain.
It rained yesterday like hell. Now it's clear. I was supposed to go to Muir Woods yesterday. Couldn't.
Well, since you're here, Captain, what's new with you?
Nothing too dramatic. I did get my new profile picture done. Well, I didn't do it, but let me see if I stop the camera. Yeah, there it is.
I'm gonna solo you so we can see it.
Yeah,
So
there we
that
go.
looks like a Yitzy.
That is a Yitzy.
Yep, that's it.
That's a Yitzy. I like your Bulbasaur as a
Thank you.
Yeah. See, and that one's mine. That's my Yitzy.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, shit, am I a real nerd? I knew what a Bulbasaur was.
Well, now I'm part of the Itsy Club.
So Bulbasaur, or non-licensed version of Bulbasaur.
Yep.
Is that a non-licensed version of the Predator?
Where?
Over your shoulder, by your hand.
Oh, by the hand. That's actually one of the character avatars from a game called Space Engineers that I would play constantly, which I'm getting back into. So I feel like it's
Actually,
one of like. Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about getting back into that myself, only because I want to see if this POS laptop can actually run it, because my old one started running it, and then for some reason, after a while, it if you try to go to connect to someone's server,
Mm-hmm.
it wouldn't be able to generate anything.
Oh, come on!
It only worked on areas that come with the game.
I see. Okay.
So I want to see if this one is, and I want to rebuild the SS file because I know I saved the file.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The SS file was basically a Nova class starship that I had built to scale.
Oh, nice. So you saved it as like a blueprint?
Yeah.
Sweet. Then yeah, it should be there, provided you make sure to subscribe to all the same mods as before, and hopefully those mods have all been, kept up to date and not broken anywhere.
There's two versions of it. One of it does not use any mods whatsoever. The other one does.
Got it. Then yeah, I think you should be fine. If anything, you should be able to update it if they have any new blocks they've introduced since the old days.
But yeah, I really want to build it first using just regular Space Engineers parts,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll see what happens.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
it was I'm gonna stop. I don't know why I left you on solo.
No worries. It's because I think I was trying to go through and like explain all the different little elements that were in there. We got off on a tangent on Space Engineers. So let me go through the rest of it, if you don't mind, of course.
Oh, go ahead.
So let's see. The rockets over there under my other shoulder, that's actually from Civilization 6, because I'm a big fan of nuclear devastation in the game. It just takes so long
Nuclear Gandhi?
Yeah, nuclear Gandhi. It's like nuclear devastation is the way to peace is the way forward for peace.
Sorry, I remember playing
Four.
Civilization back in the 90s.
Gotcha.
And yeah, I thought that I would intentionally do that to Gandhi every single time just to take him out because I thought it was funny as all hell.
Because it is.
And the fact that they intentionally keep putting it in the game, considering it was first a bug. Yeah, I love that aspect, but I haven't played any of the newer Civilizations since like 5.
They've definitely improved on the mechanics that were introduced in 5, and it kind of balanced a few different things. Like I remember the one issue I was running to in Civ 5 was all of these workers that were just sitting around doing nothing. They kind of balanced that to where workers only have a certain number of charges to do their builds, and then they disappear off the map completely. So little things like that from Civ 5 that I recall, anyways. But moving on. So in addition to the Bulbasaur above my head, I also have the pot leaf. That's right there as well, as you've seen me hit the bong at least twice already.
Mm-hmm.
I'm usually wearing a beanie, but not today. The eyes are kind of inspired by the cartoon Daria.
Yeah.
Because I do get a lot of inspiration from that cartoon, and I did love it as a kid. What else is there? Coffee cup, obviously, because I'm having coffee like crazy. The cat is a reference to my previous, or not my previous, but my last cat that I had that passed away a couple of years ago. So it's kind of like, what is it? Is it a memorandum or something like that? Just to her, just to, keep her spirit alive, so to speak. And then you have the obvious, Trek uniform, and then the dice because, I like playing Dungeons and Dragons. So there you go. And that's the image. And I love it.
Well, reason I got mine the way it is, also coffee cup for the same reason, except it actually has the old GameSwap logo on it. And of course, I got a name tag on there that says GameSwap CEO.
Mm-hmm.
The stack of books and the stack of games are to represent the types of stuff I sell, as well as the other nerdy shit, like the generic TIE fighter, the generic Star Trek ship, the UFO for like the toys and collectibles that I sell on the shop. Bandana because I tend to wear a bandana.
Yeah.
Cigar because I tend to smoke a cigar. And then the little blue chick in the background is actually the Vile Child.
Oh, okay.
She's holding a generic phaser because the running joke is she wants a phaser when we were doing our reviews. And of course, she's an Andorian because that was her Star Trek Online character.
Mm-hmm.
And she's wearing a uniform from Enterprise because that's the uniform she tended to wear while playing the game.
Gotcha. The desire to have a phaser almost reminds me a little bit of the character Crow from Mystery Science Theater 3000 during a Christmas special when he's asked, Crow, what do you want for Christmas? And he's like, I want to decide who lives and who dies. I feel like that's kind of where the child is going. She's like, I want a phaser. I want to be able to control.
Well, one of the running jokes we had in there was she would be like, wait, a phaser can do this too? Because they, in one episode, someone makes a cup of coffee using a phaser. They heat the rocks. They weld. They use it as a cutter. So she's like, every time a new use for the phaser would be like, man, this is like the Swiss Army knife of weapons. I want one.
Okay, the my analogy was not exactly valid then, but all right. So she's not going down that path. Well, that's at least a good sign,
Oh no, she also wanted to do a lot of killing too.
Okay, well then never.
And then Yitzy actually did 2 versions of this. The other one, I'll see if I can find. Maybe it's this. Maybe I already have it saved. Yes, I do. So hold on. This version,
Yep, I see
where
that.
it's exactly the same, except instead of the Star Trek uniform, she's wearing a Legend of Zelda Link costume.
Oh, okay, I thought that looked familiar.
And that's because for Halloween one year, I made her a Legend of Zelda Link costume.
Nice.
So she even has the sword and shield somewhere in my storage unit.
She's storing it for, a rainy day when she can just open the chest and then have the music. That's what she's waiting for. She's waiting for you to put it into a chest or a box somewhere and have it triggered with music. So when she opens it to see what's in there, it'll start making the sound going da 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 da, and she'll be like, "Holy shit!" That's what she's waiting for.
Well, unfortunately,
excuse me, princess.
Well, yes. Unfortunately, she's outgrown the costume in a certain way, and I'm not going to discuss it because I'm a dad.
Understood.
So odds are, if anyone's going to wear it again, it'll be one of her younger sisters.
Gotcha.
So, which I'm going to see if they're awake. So give me a second. I'm going to send them a message.
No worries. Well, speaking of getting awake, I want to go grab another cup of coffee, so I'll be back.
All right. Elihu, you got
What?
you and LBG are going to have to start talking so I can do this real quick.
Oh crap. Okay. Talk.
Talk or not to talk? Is that the question? Is
Well,
a
if we
rose
need
by
to-
any other name still a rose?
Yes, it is because you speak a different language.
Possibly.
Yeah, rose by any other name.
Possible.
Yeah. Say rose in Spanish, it's still a rose. Say rose in Italian, it's still a rose. Say rose in Chinese, it's still a rose. So yeah, it's still a rose. Kind of like why do fingers sting when we call them thing? How do they sting?
Choose a civic. Excuse me.
Well, Artemis is 6,612 miles from Earth, going at 15,000 miles an hour. Splashdown is about an hour from now, 56 minutes. I'm watching it back and forth. Oh.
Let's see. I'm going to look up one other thing real quick. See if I can find it.
Uh, 18 days.
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
It's a little
18 days
off,
until
but this is the other avatar I got. This one was not made by Yitzy. This is the Jep Nerdy host, which I think what we'll start doing is Jep Nerdy starting at the first of the year. And I'll try to set up a date during the week to do it. And so the CNA stream will be separate from it. But it'll have to be late in the day. Like maybe like Wednesday nights at 6 o'clock or so, my time. Only because work sucks.
I even made you a Jeff Nerdy board.
Yeah, I meant to message you, but work just keeps getting in the way. And I know you wanted to say something right as I was logging off Wednesday. So
I forgot.
But yeah, we'll definitely do that one, Elihu. And I'll let you even be the host. That way, since you're the one who made the game.
Well, I know the answers anyway, so.
Well, if you play that one, we'll at least know that you're not. You won't lose that one.
Well, that's true.
But yeah, the Jep Nerdy avatar, that one was. Let me make it a little bit bigger. This was actually made by a friend of Caddy's. who does not want to be named because he is embarrassed.
Oh, her
Not that
boyfriend.
he made it, but he thinks people will make fun of him if they know that he's making avatars for his friends, or in this case, his friend's dad. But I love the fact that he took inspiration from Yitzi's, because I showed him Yitzi's, and he did the same Space Invaders thing on the suit as Yitzi did for the bandana, and the one he did. Because if you notice, Yitzi's Space Invaders on the bandana, Space Invaders on the suit. I thought that was cute. What are the odds that 3 talking chimps from the future will emerge from the Artemis when they open the hatch?
0% because nobody named Caesar was aboard.
Well, no one was aboard. No one named Caesar was aboard the one that had the 3 talking chimps either.
I will say that it's 0% because if there's 3 chimps in there, you're damn sure that a conspiracy was formed against one of them. So chances are there's only 2 monkeys left. Just saying. Just saying. And then those 2 are in a constant dead-end rival. They're always at odds with each other until one of them gets sick. And then eventually they overcome. And then the one monkey takes over. It kills the other one. And then you're left with one monkey. Until the superiority drives him insane and he has to kill himself. And then you're left with
Survivor of the
Wait.
fittest.
I thought they would only be taking each other out if they were jumping on the bed.
No.
No
Well,
more monkeys jumping on the bed. The doctor said. Damn, your thing keeps on falling on my ear.
And actually, now that I mention it, or since we've been talking about avatars, isn't yours Yitzi as well?
Yes, mine is an original Yitzi.
Why do you
The
have it
alien
cropped
is
so
on
much
it.
you don't get to see everything?
I don't know. That's the way it is. Basically, that's what the image is. Me smoking a joint in space with an alien inside my helmet.
It looks like it's on your helmet, not inside your helmet.
It's okay. It is on my helmet.
So 3 out of 4 of us have Yitzi avatars that we're currently using, except for
LVG has
LVG,
one.
who never seems to use. I don't know if he even has a Yitzi one, to be honest.
He does.
he does.
Of course I do. I mean, I used it on my live stream.
I don't
Pat.
remember. It's been a
You
while.
don't remember a lot of things. Like to you, every day is the 60s. You don't remember a lot of shit.
I was never in the 60s.
I said like the 60s.
But how would I know that? I was never in the 60s.
Oh, God, you just open your mouth and words come out sometimes.
That's your streams, man.
I'm sorry, not all of us were in the 60s like you, LDG.
Well, you got to remember, I was everywhere at once, so.
Yeah, Richie's like, yeah, I figured the odds would be pretty low. Not 0, but pretty close to 0. Yeah, in all honesty, the odds would not be 0, technically. It would be so close to 0, it might as well be, but it wouldn't be 0.
Well, non-zero.
I still say 0%.
Non-zero chance means just above 0.
Although, I think it'd be funnier if Leica comes out of the capsule.
You mean Latka?
Hey, I anglicized it because I'm white.
Latka wasn't the only animal up that got launched. So about dogs, cats, and monkeys. And mice. And tardigrades.
And various forms of bacteria.
Yeah.
You remember when they brought back what part of the moon equipment did they bring back from one of the missions, and they realized, oh crap, there's stuff living on it.
None.
What? Nothing?
When one of the Apollo missions brought back a piece of one of the previous lunar robotic missions, and when they brought it back, it actually had bacteria living on it.
Oh, that came from Earth.
Yes.
Bacteria that they put on there that survived the trip, you mean?
Yeah, this bacteria survived traveling to the moon,
Okay.
living on the moon for X amount of years.
Yeah.
And then came back. I mean, it was kind of nuts.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but yeah, that makes sense. Wouldn't be surprised. Figure Elihu would know that.
Not off the top of my head.
Well, I just remember reading an article that they were like, did Apollo astronauts find evidence of life on the moon? And the joke of it at the end is, of course, they did find evidence of life on the moon, but it wasn't something that evolved there. It was something that we brought there on accident.
Yeah. Well, there's I mean, and Elihu can back me on this, but we've already found millions of different bacteria on Uranus.
Nope.
Well, not only that, we found multicellular life on Uranus.
That making fun of her discovery.
We found mites on Uranus.
Agree, Captain.
What did Captain say?
I work with
No,
children.
no.
No, the expression on his face.
So what else should we talk about, guys?
I think they found worms on Uranus too. In Uranus.
They found a lot of things.
I don't know.
There. There's always something to talk about. It's just depending.
Well, I'll tell you. I just finished Peaky Blinders yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Season 6. It's old 1920-ish mobster show from the UK, from Europe. Peaky Blinders. And 6 seasons. The main actor is awesome. You got Tom Hardy is in it too. He's awesome. The show ended in a humongous, awesome bang. I think it even won an award for best comeback or something. So I'm hearing they're not going to have a season 7. That they're going to do an actual movie. They're getting a movie, so that's cool if they do that. It's a really good show if you like any kind of gangster mobster stuff. This is old school. It's got 6 seasons, 6 episodes each season. Yeah, I'd like it a lot.
Into the Bonnie and Clyde, Al Capone stuff.
Yeah, she would love this then, I think. Oh no. But it's really well done and it keeps you going.
Well, Captain, you said you were into D&D, right?
Yes, sir.
What is one of your characters that you're either using or working on?
Right now, I'm actually working on a cleric for the first time. Usually, typically my character classes are usually a rogue or a frontline fighter, but I decided to do a cleric this time. And I'm just because I wanted to get a better handling on the spell usage and being able to be a better caster because, well, when you're in a dungeon, sometimes being able to cast fireball would be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
So,
anything other than it being a cleric, anything fun or exciting about it?
let me think. He's a dwarven cleric. It's the campaign right now is kind of taking place in a kind of like the medieval eras that D&D typically takes place in, but it's doing also a technological element to it as well. I forget what the campaign structure was called, and I can look it up. But suffice to say, my character has never really been using any technology, and I'm kind of making it such that unless there's something specific I can use for a healing purpose, I try not to use any technology other than just my healing abilities because I'm not sure how Torag would feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely an interesting take on it. Excuse me. Or take on a character I've never done. Like I said, I've never done a cleric before. So just having spells and realizing, I need an hour to get my spells back and everything else that goes into the details and the minutia with a spellcaster. It's been an interesting experience. I kind of feel like I do prefer the frontline fighter rogue element compared to everything else, but just trying to be open to
your character is a pacifist who only uses spells as a defensive measure, not offensive. You gotta remember that. You're defensive, not offensive.
Well, I mean, it depends on how you would see it offensive. I mean, I do buffs on the characters whenever I'm not able to do something. I mean, I'm a dwarf. I'm the slowest character in the party right now, so I can't really be too much of a frontline fighter.
Yeah, that's why you're support. You're defensive. You help everybody else out and you protect yourself. You're not automatically a warrior, paladin. You support. You're a healer.
Yeah, and honestly, it's been a really nice change of pace just to be more of the support character instead of being a frontline fighter. Just because I can kind of stay back and just try and be like, just get up there eventually. But
yeah. The character that I have designed, but I haven't got to play yet because we haven't been able to get together to actually do anything. And I'm usually the DM, so I don't get to play character. Is also a cleric, ironically, but he's a cleric. He's a cleric who acts like a bard, but dresses like a rogue.
Okay.
And the whole thing is he's also a noble, but he's like 37th in line for the throne, so no one gives a shit about him. And in fact, some of the people that some of his cousins who are further in line for the throne than him, as a joke gift, bred a unicorn and a mule together to make a unidunk. And that's his steed. And his backstory is basically he doesn't know who his father is because his mom never told him. And then one day his mom is essentially raped and killed by a god. And his whole thing is to go and essentially murder this god. But on his first attempt, at level 1, essentially, instead of, he basically goes to what he thinks is one of the god's temples, is he seduces all the temple priestesses in order to try to get them to allow him in so he can summon the god. But it turns out he doesn't summon the god, he summons the god's dad. And this god's dad is pissed at him for trying to kill his son. So because he slept with the temple priestesses, he is cursed with a magical gauntlet or bracer that is indestructible. That now he has to essentially every week, and this would be left up to the DM to activate it when they want to, he is forced to sleep with somebody, or else a lust goblin comes out and vigorously humps his leg until he either kills the goblin or the goblin finishes. And during that, the goblin reduces his movement speed to 0. He's unable to attack anything but the goblin, and the goblin has 10 hit points. And the whole aspect is because he hates the gods, because his mom was essentially raped and killed by a god, he's a cleric that doesn't have a patron or any sort of god that they pray to.
Okay.
So he has to bank basically his magical power every turn to actually cast any spells. So he just can't cast a level 1 spell. He has to bank power for several turns in a row before he can cast a spell.
Jeez. That has to be excruciatingly annoying.
It's meant to give him, because I gave him such an intricate backstory, and like he's got an indestructible bracer that he can use as a shield if he needs to.
Okay.
And because he's not tied to a god, that means that he has got certain advantages and disadvantages to his magic. So he has access to more than just cleric spells, technically. So I had to give him a detriment. That's why he's got to bank power each turn.
Okay.
And it's for each spell level, he has to bank power for 2 plus that spell level turns. So for a level 1 spell, he still has to bank power for 3 turns.
Okay.
Hey, Dandelion.
Yeah, shaking him off is good cardio.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
Oh, man.
You're Taylor Swift, aren't you?
Making me laugh when I'm smoking. Not a good thing.
Oops, sorry. That's me burp anyway. Oh.
Oh. And have you heard, Captain, have you heard about the guy who created as a character a Warforged artificer character named Gender?
Named Gender? I don't think I've heard of this.
Yeah. In other words, gender is a social construct. It's a joke.
I know. I think the joke might be above me.
He's a Warforged bard named Gender.
Okay.
You know what a Warforged is, right?
I believe so.
It's basically a robot.
Oh, then no, I didn't know what it was. Oh.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a few minutes.
And he's a bard, so he's very sociable.
I see.
He's a social construct.
Oh, construct. Okay, I get it now.
I had to explain the joke, so I killed it.
Sorry, it took me a second. I'm high as a kite. So, ooh, I should probably get a little higher. So
Laugh, and I have bronchitis. Yeah, I got a touch of bronchitis myself right now. I actually caught the flu, and now I've had bronchitis because I haven't let myself heal. I've been working too goddamn much.
Sounds like you need a cleric then.
I could definitely use one.
I would say if I could have one thing from the game, it would be a ring of sustenance.
Really? If I could have one thing from the game, I'd have Wish.
Oh. Well, I was just thinking about how I can always just run on 2 hours of sleep and just be good. Just be good that way.
Since we were talking about D&D, did you listen to the episode I posted about the game that we were playing?
No, I missed that. This has been a
I
constant
need
thing.
I
Oh,
need
go
to
ahead.
post the other episodes because I've been lazy and I haven't done it. But yeah, we've been playing a game where I'm the DM, or in this case, I'm the VM.
Mhm.
Get it, File Master.
Oh, yep. I thought you were going to go with like Video Master, but yes, File Master goes better.
It's
What?
it's
Don't say it like that, please.
it's based off of someone else's short, and it's Magic Mimic Madness.
Okay.
So they keep having to battle mimics all the time. It's funny as all hell to them, at least to me.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and check my notifications because I know I have notifications set up to get videos from you guys, but I didn't get any notifications. So I'll have to just manually start like, you know what I should do? I should just pin everybody's channels that I want to check out. Then whenever I'm bored, just like, okay, go through the roster and see who's doing what today.
All right. I'll be right back. I'm gonna have to go to Joloja real quick. So everyone else, you're up. You got to talk.
Oh, that's a dangerous game. Letting LDG and I talk for who knows how long. And LDG, were you talking to me saying don't say that?
No. I was talking to somebody else here.
Okay, my apologies. I was just making sure I didn't miss it. Hey, Mercer Create. Hello. How are you, sir? I know you were expecting Vile Mike to say hello to you, but you got the captain saying hello to you instead. I hope that works out. And normally this is the point where I would take another toke. However, since we're all talking in not the same time, and someone has allowed me a platform to talk. Oh, I believe that's Mrs. Vile, correct? Yep. If I remember right, Buenos Dias is.
Hola, Mrs. Cardenas.
So, well, there's Elihu. Okay. How's it going, bud?
I was to make coffee in a little bowl.
Ooh, I'll get another cup when Vile Mike gets back.
Got my new earbuds here. I'm going to try them out in a second. So
Thank you, LDG. You just reminded me I need to go pick up a pair of earbuds myself, or at least a new pair of headsets or headphones, because yours broke. Mine went through the laundry machine. So I'm like, well, these are ruined. Yeah.
Oh, that broke. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still broken. They should have survived. You should be able to wash your electronics. What the hell?
My earbuds suck because I can only have one device at a time. I have to disconnect my phone if I want to use my laptop, and vice versa.
It's like, just be all connected all at the same time. Why haven't we gotten this point yet?
Yeah, I have to, in order to use my earbuds on my laptop, I have to totally disconnect the Bluetooth connection from my phone, and vice versa if I want to fucking use it. I hate it. But hey, it's cheap.
That's true. That's why I try not to complain too much about the fact that my Bluetooth will connect to, or, from the phone to the car. I'd expect that the phone would automatically connect to the car, but apparently I have to set it up every time I get into the car. So, hooray for 2015 technology.
My selfie stick will connect to my computer, but the only thing the button does is start the video and leave the stream. I'm like, okay, what's the point?
It's like, here's a fun button just to click around. Click, 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 click.
I wonder if these come charged or not.
Okay, I'm back. Fortunately, there's a bathroom within walking distance of the park.
Cool beans. All right. Down to Toko, you're back.
And yes, I saw that Mrs. Vile's in the house, so I want to say, hey, babe, how you doing? And
why don't we always say hi to her before you do?
Well, I wasn't in the car, so I couldn't do it. Laptop wasn't with me.
Excuses.
Although I did bring my phone with me, which means I could have switched to the phone and gone to the bathroom with you guys, but I'm pretty sure that would have got me in trouble with some people.
Yeah, Deloja is a community event, but do it separately, please. I need a new bong. My stem broke.
I don't think I've ever owned an actual bong. I think the only times I ever smoked out of a bong were either someone else's or when we made one out of like a bottle or an apple or something.
I think in my career of smoking, I think this might be my 4th flower rig. Just because with my OCD, I tend to be very particular about how I clean my pieces. So sometimes, more often than not, the soap tends to cause me to slip and lose my grip, and the glass just shatters everywhere. And it's not fun. I had a huge beaker bong. Let's see, it's bigger than the screen essentially, but it was a huge, beautiful beaker bong, and it broke because I washed it too damn much, and it broke.
Oh.
So
Keep bongs out of the dishwasher.
what was that, Elijah?
Well,
Keep
I
your
do
bongs
remember
out of the dishwasher.
I don't put them in the dishwasher.
Okay, smart.
When I was in high school in auto body, we had a group of kids that tried to make a bong out of a VW Bug exhaust system.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
And when the teacher caught them, well, it wasn't the teacher, it was the teacher's aide who caught them. He forced them to cut it to pieces with an oxyacetylene torch and videoed them doing it. And this was before YouTube was really that prevalent, but I want to imagine somewhere on YouTube there's a video of some kids crying as they have to destroy this like 4-foot tall bong that they had built
Oh yeah,
and never got to use.
that's the worst.
Hey, at least heat was applied to it.
Yeah. Mm.
Oh, good. It's warming up. So I was looking at the weather in Alaska. It's now at least 4 degrees. It's warming up. Yay!
Oh, good. That's shorts wearing weather.
And the sun is rising at 10:52 a.m. and sets at 2:55 p.m. Nice.
Well, younger kids don't want to hang out. They want to go ice skating instead.
I can't do that.
And Caddy has to work, so I don't get to even see my kids today. Great.
Balls. That's what I say.
And I don't think they're even going on a real ice skating rink. I think this is one of those fake wax ones. You know what I mean?
Fake wax? I'm not sure I understand.
Oh,
Like
I can bring it up.
You mean impromptu ice rinks? Seasonal?
Okay. I'm just not familiar with it, that's all.
Okay, it's polyethylene plastic. Synthetic ice panels are a solid polymer sheet of material made from polyethylene plastic. The synthetic ice sheets connect using various methods to form an artificial ice skating surface. And the kind of cool thing with that is you can actually still use the Zamboni to clear it off because it melts the top layer and makes it all flush again.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what they have at Union Square in Embarcadero.
I said wax because it looks like wax and it feels like wax when you're touching it.
I see.
Ice skating things are cheaper on here. It's like $5 to $10 to go ice skating.
Dandelion Flush says she drove a Zamboni once.
Yeah, nice quote, Bird. That's a nice quote.
I don't get it.
Scotty, Contract 4.
Oh,
Come on, that's a nice quote, dude. I see you still working with polymers. Polymers is all we were working for.
sorry, I'm laughing at the text conversation I'm having with my kid.
You know,
She goes,
no computer. Oh, my hair's all fucked up.
when she tells me she's going ice skating, and I said, where, with who? She goes, she tells me where and who she's going with, and I said, but she also said, no adults allowed. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, but I want to video it and post you guys falling on your butts. She goes, I'm good at ice skating. That's not going to happen. And I'm just went, mm-hmm. And she's like, shush you. The fun you can have making fun of your 12-year-old daughter.
Dandelion says she drove a Zamboni once.
I know, I already said that.
Oh. Yeah, Bird, you gonna come up here? You can come up here, Bird. You got a chance to talk because LPG hasn't said anything in a few minutes, so that means you can get a word in.
Yeah, maybe we should.
You guys, you know what? I don't get you guys anymore. I talk, you bitch. I don't talk, you bitch. Like, what? How am I supposed to take this? Is there an in between?
You can add to the conversation without saying stupid stuff.
I do. You know, I added to the eggs conversation. It blew up. You know, okay. I added to
I thought you're the one who brought that up. Was it you or Bird who brought that up?
I brought it up actually, but
Gotcha, Bird.
all right. So the earbuds are not charged. So now I got to charge them. God knows how long it takes to charge earbuds.
About an hour and a half, 2 hours.
You think? Really? Is it only a couple hours?
It takes me 2 hours to charge my earbuds, and it's like 20%. So yeah.
As soon as I can, get these charged up, I can stop using my limp microphone. Hopefully, it sounds half decent. I'm afraid it's gonna pick up every sound in the background, but we'll see. Well, thank God I have the AI noise canceling, but it's the only thing that might save me.
Yeah.
But they are, they're, what's that company? JBL. They're JBL ones.
Okay.
I just hope they have the same range.
Ooh, that's a nice view. See him raise burn. Oh, come on, damn it. Play. It just froze on me. Now some video just froze. Shit.
They're loading the next reel.
Let me refresh this because the video froze. This sucks. All I hear is audio. Damn it.
Yeah, I can't wait till the day that we launch into space and we actually find like ancient abandoned ships and technology civilizations. That's gonna be a cool day.
Holy crap, like a crow just landed next to my car and is making a lot of noise. I don't know if you guys heard it.
Nope, didn't hear it.
Sorry, I was watching NASA. Oh, there it is. Video's back. See him raise burn, and it's rotating. Nice.
Oh, there it is.
It's about 62 miles above the Earth's surface, about to enter into the Earth's atmosphere.
I want to confirm something before I make the joke. I was going to make the joke that don't have bird of prey up here, but we got a crow. But apparently, crows are not considered birds of prey.
Right. This is the moment of truth for Orion.
Yeah, that was an animation.
We should be coming out of this first blackout period just under 4 minutes from now.
Is my audio coming through?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I didn't
Yep.
know that button. Good. No, the video, video from the video.
Orion should be traveling about 23,326 miles an hour at the moment.
Did you hear that?
Range to splash down,
Yeah,
3,100
we're hearing it.
statute miles.
Okay, cool. I want to make sure I hit the right button.
Again, this is a visualization of what should be happening with Orion at the moment, although we are in a blackout period that should end about 3 minutes and 15 seconds from now.
Yeah, so
Once we emerge from this first blackout period, we'll conduct the skip entry maneuver that will further dissipate heat and energy and begin a very, very dramatic reduction in the velocity of Orion as it approaches its splashdown site.
Yeah, it kind of sucks that it's going to splash down so close to where I am, and I don't get to see a damn thing.
I thought that's why you were outside posting up, man.
Well, maybe you get lucky
No.
and a nut or a bolt flies loose and it lands in your on your house,
I'm not at my house. I'm at the park, remember?
or wherever you are, lands right in front of your feet.
Clocks here in mission control showing the sequence of events yet to come. The first blackout period to end about 2 minutes and 18 seconds from now.
About 15 miles off
The
of Baja.
second of the two
right?
blackout periods would
Baja
begin about
Norte or
6
Baja Sur?
minutes from now for about 7 minutes, followed by the jettisoning of the forward bay cover. That will begin the sequence of the deployment of the parachutes. First, a pair of drogue chutes, 3 pilot parachutes that will then pull 3 main parachutes to begin the final moments of Orion's descent back to its splashdown in the Pacific Ocean.
If you guys are unaware, there are spotters right now on the crow's nest of the ship looking for parachutes deployment so they can actually say, okay, we're going this way. That's when you see the ship move because it's not going to splash out right in front. They're within a few miles of it. So they're going to be spotting it. And when somebody spots it, they're going to head in the ship in that direction to pick up the capsule. Same thing they did with the NASA missions. They had spotters and they said, okay, it's west or south. There's no exact position where they're going to actually land. They don't know exactly where.
Well, I'm assuming they're not just using visual spotters. They're also using radar and any other
they are.
detection because
1
I can't
minute
imagine
to go
that the
until
capsule
we
is
come out of
very.
this first blackout period.
Sorry, I want to let him talk.
No problem.
When we emerge from this
visible
first
radar
blackout
cross-section.
period, we'll be at an altitude of 274,000 feet, traveling just under 17,000 miles an hour with a range to
slow
splashdown
down.
of 2,000 statute miles.
It's going 18,000, so let's slow down a little bit. Nice. Sorry. New screen. I gotta clean this pipe. It's been a splashdown in about 9 minutes, guys.
Well, we're waited with bated breath.
Standing by for a reacquisition of signal.
Yeah, if you're about 10, 15 seconds.
We finally got some female representation. How you doing?
Hey, good morning. So you're
We're
enjoying
watching?
yeah, I see. Seeing something crash or land?
Not yet. Not yet. It's still re-entry. It's got about 6 minutes or so, 7 minutes. So it's splashing down. It's on the edge of the Earth's orbit.
I see.
How are you, Joe? How was your birthday?
Great. That's
How when
good.
was your
Going
birthday?
over?
It was yesterday.
Oh.
Like
Was it a
long
big
over.
round number, or was it just an average birthday?
And we have data
Just
from
average,
Orion.
you know.
Orion out of the blackout period.
Wasn't a round number. It was odd.
There's the live view from the capsule.
Bird says happy
Flight
birthday
Dynamics
plus one.
reports that Orion is
Thank you,
right on the
Bird.
money, coming right down the pike. A good view out of the cabin camera, looking out of the upper hatch of Orion.
I love that view.
And of course, it's now started raining for me.
In case you guys are wondering, this
We
is
should be
question.
performing the
This is
skip
real life
entry
reflection,
maneuver
not a UFO or an
momentarily.
alien craft.
What about the craft?
Good communications established with Orion.
Those three lights you see, that's not an alien craft out in space.
The second blackout period to begin about 2 minutes from now.
Looked like
Yeah,
a
but we
blue
know it's a fake fisheye lens, Bird. That's why it looks like that.
It's curved.
Just to
It
go
must
back
be a
a little bit,
sphere.
I'll say to you my
Earth is-
standard birthday joke. I hope you celebrated your birthday the same way you celebrated the day you were
Orion
born.
is at the apogee of the skip entry maneuver, beginning the second in a series of role reversals, again banking maneuvers to bleed off excess inertia and to dissipate heat around the spacecraft.
But I was going to finish it, but he started talking. I hope you celebrated your birthday the same way you did the day you were born. Naked, screaming, and without a clue of what's going on.
The start of the second blackout period, about 1 minute and 13 seconds from now, will come at an altitude of 270,000 feet, with Orion traveling about 16,400 miles an hour, range to splashdown less than 1,000 miles.
Yeah, Bert, it's curved, but the Earth is not a round circle. It's more like a pear shape.
Yeah, but it's so barely pear-shaped that you might as well just call it a sphere.
It's an oblong sphere.
Barely. I realize there's no blade spheroid, but it's still so close to being a sphere, you might as well call it a sphere.
Yeah.
Your
The
average
moon is a sphere.
ball is less round than the Earth is.
And the Earth is a lot smoother than the basketball.
It's smoother than a cue ball.
Yeah, according to Tyson.
Coming up on the start of the second blackout period.
One of those no explosion on the way down. Everything's okay. Where is this factor? Oh, there it is. Okay, I can see it. Sorry, guys.
We should
This is
be
not
in that
720,
second
right? No, it's
blackout
not.
period
Damn it.
right now.
This is not. Ah, shit. No wonder, guys. Sorry about that.
Orion,
Sorry about that.
Orion approaching a
Sorry.
velocity of 20 times the speed of sound.
Wait. What did you have it set as?
If all goes as planned, we should be out of the
360.
blackout period with a solid
IT.
lockup on the vehicle
It was a little fuzzy. Sorry about that.
at 11:31 and 46 seconds a.m. Central Time.
Wow, NASA's using Central Time. I mean, just because they're in, I guess, Houston.
I think this is Houston. That's why.
Oh, wait. MCC. Yeah, Houston.
It's not like they'd be using the Pasadena system, Mission Control Center, because that would just not make sense if they're in the same time zone.
Or Greenwich.
Yes, that's what I was expecting them to use. The standard.
Well, don't we have 3 mission control centers in this country? One in Houston, one in Pasadena, and one in Florida. Which part of Florida? I can't remember. LDG, you're a Floridian. Where's the mission control center in Florida?
This is
Cape
Mission
Canaveral.
Control Houston, the airborne
Oh, yeah.
WD-57, one of the airborne assets to track Orion's return to Earth as visual acquisition of the vehicle. We should be coming out of this second and final blackout about 30 seconds from now.
I don't even know what carrier is picking up the capsule.
And helos flying off the deck of the USS Portland now have a visual
Oh,
acquisition
Portland. Okay,
of
thank
Orion
you.
as well. At an altitude of 174,000 feet, traveling 12,600 miles an hour, range to splashdown 288 statute miles.
And they're looking for the spotters.
This view on the deck of the USS Portland.
Nice calm seas. Huh. And there's the capsule.
And there is a view out of the cabin camera of Orion as it continues a series of role reversals. We have data back from the spacecraft. Flight Dynamics reports Orion straight and narrow on a true course toward its splashdown site. Forward bay cover jettisoning less than 3.5 minutes from now.
You guys are
150,000 feet off the ocean.
Because I misheard disturbance. Oh, look at that. Damn,
Orion now traveling at Mach 10.
Oh God, just thinking about traveling at Mach 10, and that's after slowdown.
So, what was Orion's mission?
This one was to go around the Earth a couple of times and then come back. I'm sorry, go around the moon and come back.
Same procedure that NASA used to test the Apollo mission, the capsule. Next thing they're going to do is have astronauts orbit the moon, then they're going to have them land.
Great.
Yeah, same thing they did with Apollo.
Orion's speed now down to Mach 6.
And then build a moon base.
Yeah.
I think I can see my house from here.
2 minutes until
Cloudy.
forward bay cover jettisoning.
It's too cloudy, man.
That was the joke, Elihu, because it's cloudy where I'm at.
Orion 100,000 feet now.
I'm so glad that window's all frosty. Otherwise, we'd be blinded right now. Wow.
The
only way I'm going to see the sun today is from the
spacecraft about to go subsonic.
Okay, there's the sun, people. See how white it is? It's not yellow. Oh, damn, I can't even up the tracker. Fuck it.
45 seconds until forward bay cover jettisoning. Orion now at 50,000 feet.
J.J. Abrams, if you're watching, this is how you do a space video. See, there are no lens flares.
Forward bay cover jettisoning pyros are armed.
One thing I hate about that Star Trek version: lens flares, lens flares, lens flares. Oh,
And that's just one thing.
lens flares in space. Oh my gosh.
It would have been different if they were, captured in camera, but the fact that he kept adding them after the fact is just nuts to me.
25,000 feet.
That's one of the reasons why I made it unwatchable.
Drogues have been deployed.
Yay! Agreed, kid. Yay!
Are those your kids, Jill?
Yes, that's right.
How old are they?
3 and 9.
2 good drogue shoots reported by the recovery team out in the Pacific.
Yeah, one of the things I was
The descent
complaining about
rate is
earlier,
right
none
on
of
the
my
money.
kids want to hang out today.
Orion's velocity now down to 282 miles an hour. Range to splashdown 1.5 miles.
Yeah, my son
10,000
wants
feet
to
now.
stream.
Nice.
I got 2 kids that are still asleep. One that just wants to ignore me for the most part. And the other one has no interest in being on the stream because she wants to have an adult-free day.
And we're on mains.
Main chute open.
5,000 feet.
Successful
Reefing in
re-entry.
progress.
Now they're on route to get it.
Dandelion Fluff says, when do we get the splash part?
3
Bets on
good main
Cannonball
shoots for
or
Orion.
Belly Flop?
We'll
Well,
see
based on
water
this,
around the
that's
camera.
Cannonball.
Yeah, we'll see water on the camera because of the angle right here. It's not the,
We have 3 fully inflated main shoots. Time to splash down 90 seconds.
Okay, 200 feet.
Perfect descent rate reported.
And here comes the shadow of the ocean. Look at that. No wind. Perfect landing. There it is.
And
There you go,
there
Dandelion.
it is. High over the Pacific, America's new ticket to ride to the moon and beyond now in view. Orion under its chutes descending towards splashdown.
Perfect descent. Look at that.
Dandelion Fluff says, wee!
Orion in the perfect orientation for splashdown, just seconds away.
Count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I don't know how to count.
1,000 feet.
So I got to go full screen on this one.
Good descent rate.
I wanted to say thank you to Elihu for reminding me about this because I completely forgotten.
Well, I've been looking forward to this.
Well, I knew about the Artemis mission,
500
but for
feet.
some reason this one's missed me.
I had just forgotten, but my excuse is the same excuse I'm having all week, is I work too much. I swear, when I realized that yesterday was Saturday, I got pissed off.
Splashdown.
Touchdown!
From Tranquility Base to Taurus Littrow to the tranquil waters of the Pacific, the latest chapter of NASA's journey to the moon comes to a close. Orion, back on Earth.
Look, it's
Unofficial splashdown time, 11:40 and 30 seconds a.m. Central Time.
Belly flop.
Nice.
At a mission elapsed time
Actually-
of 25 days, 10 hours, 54 minutes, 50 seconds.
straight
That's
up.
unofficial. Splashing down off the coast of Baja, California.
Look at that balance. Perfect. Perfect balance.
The crew module uprighting system now being inflated for the bags currently being inflated.
Basically, it's around the base of it.
Yeah, but they're not inflating all 6. I mean, come on.
And we have a report that Orion is stable 1, upright, the way it should be.
Yeah, look, you can see it's stable. Come on. I don't see it tossing and turning.
No, I believe it was unmanned, Dandelion.
Once again, splashdown occurring at 11:40 a.m. Central Time, 9:40 a.m. Pacific Time, west of Baja, California, after a textbook entry for the Orion spacecraft bringing its 25-and-a-half-day mission to an end.
In about 5 to 7 months, we should be launching again.
We have breaking news. Mexican drug cartels are inbound. They have heard that there is drugs on the Orion capsule, and they are coming to collect.
Couple of
Yeah, that
birds.
reminded me, I saw the preview or the trailer for Cocaine Bear last night.
Oh.
I cannot tell you from watching the trailer if I want to watch this movie or not.
Orion's
the mark
recovery
there.
beacon is on. We have confirmation that 4 out of the 5 crew module uprighting system bags have fully inflated, standing by for word on the 5th one.
What
The
if I
fifth
think
one
that?
is full of
But Orion
cocaine.
is in great
and meth.
shape.
Oh,
Stable
so it's not
1,
like
just
Apollo.
in the
They only
orientation
have,
that had been
5,
expected.
6.
Well, that explains why they didn't have any people on the aircraft, the spacecraft, because they needed the weight for all the drugs.
Exactly.
Yep. Yeah, lunar blow is the best blow.
Yeah, H4. Ooh, sweet high.
We now have a
That's
report
better.
that there are at least 2 illegal aliens on board the capsule. We're not sure if they're grays or green goblins, but they will be escorted across the border by Border Patrol.
Either way, Donald Trump just posted he's going to build a wall around the planet.
This is Mission Control Houston. Once again, the Orion spacecraft having completed a journey of 1.4 million miles, bobbing gently in the Pacific Ocean. 4 out of its 5 crew module uprighting system bags have been deployed. We're standing by for word on the 5th. However, irrespective of that, it is in stable 1 configuration in good shape, according to the recovery team. And we are now receiving word that all 5 of the crew module uprighting system bags are fully inflated. So that's exactly what we had hoped for. Orion safely bobbing up and down in the Pacific Ocean.
Yay. Okay, I can stop this now.
Okay.
So, how many more missions do they need? How much more reconnaissance do they need before they can start sending people?
Well,
This
if
is
they
it.
follow the same guidelines as they did with Apollo, there'll be at least 2 unmanned missions that go to the moon and back before they send a manned.
No, they're not doing that.
Alright.
This was it. They were testing the craft. If they were successful,
They're not
then the
sending
next
men
launch will be
either.
humans. They're sending a woman.
Oh, as long as she's qualified.
Yeah, the next launch will be a human. So, and it's not going to be the same quote as a Space Force, but it's going to be Black on the Moon.
And the person that won the Rumble and stole the victory from me and Elihu is in the chat. How you doing, Positive Candor?
Hey, PC.
Not Ryan Johnson. Breaking news. Kurogan forces are inbound to plant Kuroganite on the module to confirm there is Kuroganite on the moon and justify Kuroga claims that the moon is also their sovereign land.
That was not supposed to be put in the press briefing.
So you own the cheese. Okay.
You can have our H3, but we're going to sell it.
Oh, ha, ha, ha.
Is that part of it? They want to mine some helium-3.
Yeah.
Well, they've detected it in the ice in some of the craters and stuff.
I'll be back.
And Danny Line says it was a bit of a stretch to say the win was stolen from Elihu.
Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, like I said, do not bribe the host because you'll be tied for second, third, and fourth, not just second place. If I didn't bribe Chris, I would have got second place. Because one of the judges said that I got minus points for bribing.
Well, Danny Line says anyway, Elihu.
Aww.
I think I'm going to try to clip out my segment on the Transformers and post it to my channel because I thought my little rant was funny as all hell, but I want to see how it turned out.
It's supposed to be the ridiculous round. You guys are talking serious. Come on. You still
I wasn't talking serious. I compared Cosmo to a nipple shield. If you think that's serious, I don't know what's... then something's wrong with you.
I should have modified my question about the alien reduction one.
Well, yeah, because your entire thing depends on the aliens actually having some sort of DNA.
Yeah, I know. I should have modified my question. I know. It's supposed to be silly. I was trying to make fun of what the Barbies and the Transformatory taking the Barbies. I was trying to make fun of that. And Captain NKG is jamming to something.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, I'm jamming it. Oh, fuck.
Fuck you very much.
Eric, did you just say the F word? Jew? He's talking, no, fat ass. He's talking about fuck. You can't say fuck in school, you fucking fat ass. Why the fuck not? Dude, you just said fuck again.
Hey,
Brandon.
if you can't say fuck, you can't say fuck the government. I need more coffee.
Ooh, I'm sorry, Jill. I forgot. My apologies.
Apologies for what?
Oh, I didn't know if you had earbuds in or not.
I watch South Park all the time. I'll be right back, though. I got to go for a minute.
Okay. I never know like who's, like how people want to raise their kids, whether or not they, care about the profanity or not. I personally don't care, obviously, but not everybody's me.
Oh,
So.
no, my children can't hear it.
Oh, okay. I just
You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful promoting integrity weed because that stuff is really high. It's really hot, man.
Well,
integrity weed.
3 out of my 4 kids are teenagers, so yeah, I don't think it matters.
I just, for me, as just a guest on someone else's stream, I always like to be polite and respectful of whatever house rules you may or may not have. So.
and that is appreciated, even if we are saying it's fine.
Or
There is no
Nephew of
fucking
Prey
profanity.
hears all types of things when he's here. And I forget when he's in earshot.
Excuse me. Sorry, I didn't get the
Bless
chance to
you.
mute the mic.
As
Thank
a
you.
former Catholic. Anyways, what were you saying, Bird?
No, just all the things Nephew of Prey must hear when he's here. Luckily, he hasn't started repeating that yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
You don't know what they're absorbing. At that age, they're sponges.
Move that a little bit so you guys don't have to see it. And I got cords in the way. Speaking of Transformers, anyone who knew who this is?
That's the
Can't see.
microscope guy, right?
Yes, but what's his name?
Microscope guy.
Sounds good to me.
Scott? Is his name Scott?
Yes.
No, sorry, his name isn't Scott.
That's a transformer who ignores the conservation of matter rule, law of physics, right? Like a Megatron.
Yes, because he turns into a microscope. We knew that part.
Gotcha. Yeah, game conservation of matter violators.
Well, they have applied phlebotinum to get around that, so don't worry about it.
It's not like I'm opinion.
Atoms are mostly empty space anyway, so.
Matter's composed of chiefly nothing.
The
Oh, what's
physics
the
of
matter?
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah, you can press the matter between atoms. That's how you shrink it.
You know what?
There's
I
matter
like you.
between atoms.
That's something, an idea for a YouTube channel. You could for your YouTube channel, you could start doing rants on unscientific movies, and starting with Transformers and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
I already did one part of my show about Star Trek. Like, how the hell can the bird of prey destroy the Voyager craft when they're in Federation space? Because the Voyager craft, by that time in the 24th century, was still being the Oort cloud, which means the bird of prey was still in
So
Federation
it
space.
clearly
Federation
went through
still
some
didn't see
sort
it.
of spatial anomaly and just popped out of a wormhole.
That is the best answer.
Pioneer. Sorry, the Pioneer. Yeah, the Pioneer tank craft. They destroyed its target practice, but it was still in the
It
Federation
was
space.
it was a Voyager 9, wasn't it? Or 8?
No, he's talking
Pioneer
about
Pioneer
Star
10.
Trek 3.
Star Trek 3, where he's like, is it hard to hit? Most difficult. And then he says, I need something that shoots back. And then they hear Kirk on subspace. I could have sworn that was a Voyager. That was a Pioneer.
Pioneer 10.
No,
I guess it'd be weird to reuse Voyager again after they used it for
Yeah,
Beeger.
Yeah, so right now I'm fighting with Mother because she thinks she found these games online that pay her to play, and they want her financial information, and she doesn't fucking get it. She thinks
We'll pay
because
you.
someone
Just
made
give us
it.
your bank account.
Yes, she
No,
thinks that
those
these things
scams.
are fucking real. She doesn't seem to understand that there are millionaires in India that just have companies make these fucking scam games. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. She wants to open up a fucking PayPal and all that. Mom, no one's going to pay you money to play solitaire. Okay? No, it doesn't work that way. If you can get free money playing solitaire, everybody would be playing solitaire right now.
Yeah, you'll get a penny to $1, and that's it. You'll never ever get paid any cash amounts.
yeah, what they essentially do
Or worse
is
than that, they'll
take a
take your money.
portion of their ad revenue. That's it, and it's a very teeny tiny portion of their ad revenue.
You don't even get that, dude.
Yeah, those
I
are
think it's
scams.
just a flat out scam. They're gonna
The flat out fuck.
take
Thank
money
you.
out of your account.
Yet I can't talk her into it. She's trying to set it up now. Another fucking bullshit I got to deal with. Because
Well, tell
Mother
her
is
to-
one of the people that should not be online. And I
join
can't
the
tell her
Virgo
anything.
Free
She doesn't
YouTube
believe it.
Channel
Yeah.
as a royal member. She'll.
Yeah, very funny bird.
Yeah, did I tell you guys that I think it was like October, where one of the Vile kids had enough subscribers or followers or whatever they're called on TikTok to get some money.
Nice.
Yeah, she got a check from TikTok for 2 cents.
That's awesome.
And she was, I was proud of her for, being happy about it. But I was like, you've been posting like 2 to 3 videos a day for the last several months, and you got paid 2 cents, and it's not that big a deal. And of course, the next month she didn't get anything. So now she's
That's
mad.
the irony of it being more expensive to send a check for 2 cents.
Well, she
than it
got
could
a digital
possibly-
check that she can't even access because she's underage. So she has to get her mom. Her mom has to set up an account, a joint account with an online bank in order to cash the check.
Wow, whole 2 cents.
That sounds like a scam just to sell bank accounts. To get bank.
What do you think PayPal was?
Bank. PayPal's not a scam.
Oh, PayPal is definitely a scam. It's an online bank. That's all it is.
Yeah, but you got to report some money now to the IRS.
Yeah.
That's the actual scam, the IRS.
Well, I have no problems paying my money to the IRS as long as I get benefit out of it.
Report it. You got to report it.
Anonymous monetization, man. Tired of this fucking government thinking everything needs to report bullshit. No, that's what you do at the end of the year. If someone lies, then they go to jail.
Okay, but
Well,
how do they know they lied?
How do they what?
Reported.
That's what I'm saying. Nothing should be reported. Transactions, individual transactions should not be reported. The tax system should have in place where you do your taxes at the end of the year. And if you're wrong, you get audited. And if you found guilty, then you go to fucking jail.
How do they find out if you're guilty if everything's being self-reported?
What do you mean? Of course they do. They have systems in place, dude. That's their job. That's their fucking job. Tell them to do their job.
How do systems work, LDG? That's what I'm asking.
Don't ask me how. I'm not an IRS guy. I just tell you the straight up.
Okay, but if the only thing they have is how much you're self-reporting, how do they verify anything? That's what I'm asking.
Ask them. Ask them and find out.
Okay, how they do
That's their fucking job.
Other things that are being reported.
No, no, they don't.
Yes.
No, if your job reports, okay, so your job reports the IRS, right?
I can explain this to you.
Okay.
LG, let me explain this to you, okay? I talked to somebody, some member Hades, a staff, and they said that PayPal, the new PayPal law is $600 per transaction. If anything paid over $600, you have to report it. And PayPal will report at the end of their fiscal year who actually made an amount of income. So they have to actually verify. They have to actually verify their transactions as well, like a regular bank does. So if you don't report it, PayPal automatically already turned you in. So you have to report it. That's why if you want to get something, spend under like $599. So that way PayPal will not get locked in for the IRS. Like,
No,
then why do you need a why do you? Yeah.
According to the IRS, it's an aggregate amount, which means the total amount of money on PayPal. So if you make $50 a month, that's $600 for the year. That will be reported.
I was told $600.
I know some people think it's $600 per transaction, but the IRS documentation itself, I pulled it up yesterday, literally says an aggregate amount of $600, which means a total.
And the fact that it's completely transparent is why I approve of it. I have access to the IRS.
If they report it, then why the hell do we need to do our taxes if they're reporting it? Why do we got to do anything?
What I don't like is the fact that the IRS says, okay, it's only supposed to report actual income. Like if you give your neighbor $500 because you're splitting a bill or something for a fence, that's not taxable. But if
No.
if they report it, then it would fall under taxable income. You have two options, according to the IRS. First and preferable is you contact PayPal and explain to them that that particular transaction wasn't a taxable transaction, and get them to de-issue or reissue the form, the 1099-K form.
No, Bird, PayPal doesn't pay any taxes for you. So when you
I
actually
didn't say they did. No,
here-
I didn't say they did, but they do a 1099-K.
yes,
Right. So you have to tell PayPal, though, that that isn't a taxable thing. So you have PayPal de-issue the 1099.
you don't even have to do it that far. All you have to do is put on your tax forms that money went
Or,
to.
I was saying, according to the IRS, there's two options. The preferable option, according to the IRS, is to have PayPal not issue or de-issue the 1099-K. And it
Yes.
says, if you can't get them to do that, then you attach the 1099-K to your taxes with a note explaining why it wasn't taxable income to begin with.
Yeah, and considering
Now,
I got to
that's
do
not
like
the
30 or
end of the
40 hours
world,
anyway, it's not a big issue for me.
except for the fact that I would say, how many people use something like TurboTax, and where the hell do you put in a note to explain why this form wasn't supposed to be included to begin
It's
with in
on the
TurboTax?
1099-K. Literally, there's a space for notes on it.
Okay, well,
As I said, because I got to, every time I do something like for my eBay store makes no money during the year because essentially I use all the profits to pay for certain things that are tax deductible from the store, like my cell phone bill or my
Right.
car insurance. So that's one of the reasons I don't pay much in the way of profit taxes, except for federal profit taxes, because I can't get away from some of those ones. Thank you, certain somebody. But like for the state of California, because everything is tax deductible. Yeah, I have no profit tax because I make no money during the for the eBay store.
on your state level, on your federal level, you have
On my
to.
federal level, I still pay taxes because they about 5-6 years ago they changed the definition of what a micro business is. Based on instead of how many employees or instead of how much money you make net gross, it's now based on how many employees you have. So even though as far as the federal government is concerned, I have 2 employees, both of which are myself. So I get lumped into a slightly different tax bracket.
I hate
just
taxes.
meant that it's my understanding that you can't show a loss for too many years in a row and still be considered a business.
I don't operate at a loss because
Okay.
the gross amount I make is different from my net. You understand that, right, Bird?
I understand the difference between gross and net.
Yes.
But if you're not paying taxes, it sounds like you're operating at a loss.
I'm not operating at a loss. I'm just saying that my combined costs for the business makes my profits negligible.
So basically, you're reporting the zero income in your business.
Yeah. My business as I said, I've got, as far as the government's concerned, I have 2 employees for my business. I have myself as the CEO, which has a salaried position of $1 a year. And then and that's because as CEO, I don't do jack shit. Then I 1099 myself as a general contractor to do all the additional work. And I pay myself a set amount of money each month, which is about $50 a month, for running the eBay store. Because as a general contractor, it doesn't matter how many hours I work, you get paid per the job, not per hour. And I have to do it that way so I don't have to provide myself healthcare coverage, because if I had to provide myself healthcare coverage through my own business, I would go out of business.
That seems overly complicated for just a small business.
Why do
Yeah,
you think
tax
some
costs
small
are crazy.
businesses fail in this country? 9 out of 10 small businesses fail after their first 5 years.
Hmm. Well,
And
I
think
gotta
the
go
only-
now.
Okay.
I'll talk to you later.
Later,
Take
good.
care.
Bye.
Now, like for instance, last year I think I made a little over 10 grand total for the eBay store. But because the employee payments are tax deductible in that regard, so the $50 a month I give myself for running the store, so that means I only pay myself
Check,
like
check, check.
$1,200 a year, which isn't much. But the
Check,
fact
check.
that the eBay store pays for the storage bill, it pays for my car,
Here
it
it is.
pays for my cell phone. All those things add up each month and each year, so that my net is less than $1,000. Which is why I don't usually pay taxes on the net. Thank you, state of California.
I don't understand. If you don't pay federal taxes on the $1,000 either.
No, I have to pay federal taxes on it. I don't have to pay state.
Okay, so you are paying some tax.
Yes.
Okay, that was my point. I thought you were saying you were paying no tax.
No,
That
no,
was
no,
the
no.
difference.
Sorry. I must,
Nominal amount of federal taxes, that's fine. As long as you pay even $100 in taxes.
actually, I paid more in federal taxes through my eBay store than President Trump did.
Okay. You didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
He
You
expressly
absolutely
said he
didn't.
paid only $600. Remember, I paid $750. I paid more than he did, according to his own statement.
There's a difference between actual amount paid out, because he'd paid however many millions the year before, and he knew he had a credit. That doesn't mean that he didn't pay his
But if
taxes.
he said he paid $600, I still paid more than him that year. I'm not talking
if
about the
you don't
previous
count
years
the
or
fact
whatever
that he
credit
paid
said he
however
had.
many 17
I
million the
still
year
paid
before.
more than him.
Whatever you want to say to yourself, Lyle, to make you feel better. I don't know what you.
It's something for Charlie.
The gentleman.
It's a mustache pacifier.
Mustachifier. That's some solid branding. I'll give it that.
They should get some license out and make Mario and Luigi versions. Even Wario.
Even Mario and Luigi versions.
No, I mean Mario, not Mario.
I don't know what
Mario.
Mario is.
Mario. It just got quiet.
Apparently, Dandelion left.
Yeah.
Too slick for U.S. tax regulations. Sorry.
Yeah, I gotta leave soon because I'm.
The answer I would say is no, because I don't live or I'm represented in Kroga. I don't have a residence there.
Doesn't matter. You gotta pay your Krogan tax.
Well, are you going to tax my net or my gross?
You're gonna tax everything: your net, your gross, your kids, your house, your
The wife.
sneakers, your car.
Shit. Oops.
What was that?
That was me hitting the coffee cup. Don't worry, not enough
Oh.
coffee spilled.
Okay, don't spill precious liquid, man.
No. This was the remnants with like little grounds left in it. I have already drank in my 9 cups today. Well,
Oh, okay.
start.
I'm on cup number 8.
Well, considering each of these 7-Eleven cups has 24 ounces, and I'm on the second cup.
Only 24.
You need a 32 ounce or 64 ounce, man.
What's
Well,
a big
I got
gulp?
2 of them, so that's
64?
48 ounces total.
Yeah, the big gulps.
So what's your live stream going to be today, Bird?
Today we got Twilight Zone, 1986. We have John Delancey in one episode and Andy Robinson in another. Garrick.
You have to watch out for those Kurogan tax enforcers. I mean collectors. Who are your tax enforcers, Bird?
Wouldn't you like to know? Well, you've got a new one I just hired in your neck of the woods. It's a young woman. She was working for just a phaser. So it was a good deal. She says she knows where your money is too. So
That's funny because she actually knows the PIN numbers to both my cards.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take off because I'm getting hungry. I need to eat.
No, take care, Elihu.
See you, Elihu.
Later, weirdos.
Thanks for showing that landing today, by the way. I forgot about it.
Oh, no
Yeah.
problem. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, later, weirdos.
Later. And then there were 4. Shit.
I don't know how long I'll stream. I usually do for 2 hours, but with no topic to really argue about except for apparently the tax code for a while.
I thought I sounded like LDG got his new headphones. Got
There's the sound we all need. You okay, LDG? He might still be working his headphones. I need to get a new pair of headphones. So,
Well,
Bird, what are
I'll
you streaming?
wait. I'll wait to get a new computer before I get new headphones. I've still got $400 saved up towards it, and I just need another $600. So I got to do another raise money stream.
Mm.
What amazes me is despite working all this overtime, I'm not making any more money.
Which is a bunch of crap.
Well, I haven't touched any of the money from the eBay store in months, so I've been paying everything out of pocket right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I will, which is funny because I get to, at the end of the year, I get to write myself a large check for all the receipts for gas and storage and everything.
Yep.
But, which is going to make my tax guy very, very happy because it's more work for him. But I won't be able to touch that money essentially until April of next year. Because I was lazy this year.
Yeah. Well.
All right, how am I coming in right now?
So.
I'm on my earbuds right now.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's to show you guys the rain.
it's a little
Does it sound
tinny.
like I'm in a tinny?
A little tinny, maybe. What do you guys think?
Check. 1, 2, 3. Hello. Go down. Higher. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, test.
What do you
Yeah, I have
think?
to go really low. All right. Oh. So I got my headphones fixed. Just using.
I mean, they're better than nothing.
Yeah.
Very true.
Fortunately, that falls under any cannon string is better than nothing.
Oh yeah, let me see if I can fix that.
Supposed to be hearing the noise removal.
I mean, I'm not hearing any real noise, so that's.
Oh, you might be complaining about me. That was
maybe.
Lyle, is that video or is that a camera?
That's a camera. That's live.
What is it? Oh, I see.
It's the rain on my windshield.
Okay. As I saw somebody walk by upside down.
Yeah, it's because I got the camera upside down. I was going to try to fix that.
Oh, it's okay. No, I didn't.
excuse me.
Well, why isn't it doing that? There we go. And sorry it's so jittery, but that's because it's I got the engine running.
Don't worry about my jittery over here, especially when I can do this. Oh God, this is the plane.
You're in San Diego?
Yep. My one day off and it's
San
raining.
Diego. Wow. Oh my God.
There, it should be a little bit less moving around now.
All right, let's see if I can walk outside and still hear you guys.
So I'll be very quiet.
Yeah, no. I had to put the smallest rubbers on so they fit in my ear. Let's see how well it does.
LDG.
We still hear you.
Yeah. Oh, that. Bird, are you not understanding the joke that could be had there?
Probably not.
LDG was putting on small rubbers.
Oh. I get it.
Putting out bad.
In his ear, no less.
I wonder if this is the Bluetooth receiver. If it is, maybe I can get a little better reception. Do that. See if that works.
We'll see.
Test.
Oh, he's fading. He's fading.
Yeah, you're on the outskirts of the signal.
He's literally just behind a wall.
Yeah, it sounds like
It sounds like that. You get
robot.
Yeah, like robot. Thank you, Bert. Now it's dead.
Maybe he drew some holes in the wall. The signal will get through better.
Put some holes in my fucking head.
Maybe you put your foot through the wall. That'll help.
My foot might work, yeah.
Oh. So, Bird, when did you say you were streaming today?
About an hour and 10 minutes from now, 2:30 Eastern.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, I'll probably try to swing by, only because since the kids don't want to hang out and Mrs. Vile's in Mexico and it's my one day off, maybe I'll join up just for shits and giggles.
You are welcome.
Well, anyone can clip this after the live stream. I keep all my live streams up. You just got to click that tab on the channel. So, in fact, let me go. I'm going to post the link to the first episode. I don't know if did I ever post episode 2, people? I can't remember.
Episode 2 of what?
Is
the the D&D.
No, you did not.
If I haven't, I'll try to post it at the end of the stream before Bird's thing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm checking.
Nope, I only ever posted the first episode.
Yep.
What's funny is I had to re-render episode 3 because I screwed up and left like a 30-minute segment at the end where it was just nothing happening. It was a black screen for 30 minutes, and I'm like, what the hell did I do? Here, I'll post the link for it. That is me, Caddy, and 3 of her friends. Well, 2. Yeah, 3 of her friends. I'm not going to go into explanations. So, and if you watch it, you'll learn Caddy's real name because we decided to screw. She's 18 now. Screw it. We'll use her real name.
She'll always be Caddy to me.
Yep. Oh man, it's starting to really come down.
Oh, I just heard it.
I'm going to have to roll my window up soon. Sorry, I left the window down so I could smoke. Normally when I do this, I try to smoke when I'm in the car, but at the house. But lately my neighbor's been complaining because she trains dogs, and apparently the smoke is preventing her from training the dogs.
Okay. How exactly?
I don't know. She likes to complain.
Okay, then it's affecting, it's not affecting the dogs. It's just affecting her. She just wants to blame the dogs because she's a passive-aggressive person who doesn't get it.
Yes.
And we can do that too. It's like, okay, I would like to specifically know how this smoke that's coming from me in an open environment is affecting your dog specifically. Oh, they're not? Oh, it's affecting you specifically. See, that's different than what you just told me. So let's get on the right page, shall we? Yes.
But yeah, she's definitely one of those Karen types. I've literally seen her yelling at the food delivery drivers like Uber Eats or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I think one of the things she was complaining about was she ordered from some Chinese place, but she didn't get any sweet and sour sauce. And it's like, well, did you request sweet and sour sauce? And it's like, no, you should just know it's Chinese food. You need to pick up sweet and sour sauce. It's like, that's not how this works.
No,
you have
that's
to
not how.
specifically get it, or else we're not going to grab it for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, that's not how any of this works.
God, earlier this week, I had to deal with a Karen who, one of my jobs is to pack out the magazines, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to pack them out, but this lady literally is standing in front of the location where I'm trying to pack out, picking up every magazine I put on the rack and starts reading it. And I'm like, ma'am, I'm trying to pack out. Can you please step to the side? And she's like, but I want to know what's going on. And I'm like, well, you can still do that. I just need you to take a step to the left so I can finish packing out. And she's like, you can wait. I swear I wanted to smack this woman, but she was a little tiny old lady. And I know if I hit her, I'd get in trouble.
Yeah, it's like, ma'am, wait for what exactly? Wait for you? Do you pay my bills? No, you don't. Move to the left, lady.
I really wanted to tell her, you know, make the old joke. This isn't a library. If you want to read it, purchase it at the register.
Exactly. So, well, on that note, Vinyl Mike, I'm going to go ahead and hop out of here. I got to get to some other stuff this evening, or this afternoon. But thanks for having me up here this morning.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and end the stream anyway. It's 2.5 hours is a good time considering we didn't have a topic except for Elihu bringing one to the table. So
yeah.
All right, later, man. Thanks for joining.
Thank you. Have a good one, everybody.
All right, Bird,
Take care,
LVP,
Captain.
you guys
Yes.
want to say before I end?
I'm good.
I'm good.
All right, then. I'll just say later, folks.
Apply.